What is the most OP build for Ferdinand von Eyre? I have made many builds, but Ferdinand has the potential to be one of the strongest characters in the entire game. Now, as far as the class, I was torn between two different ones, but each class is a very different build. I was either going to run him as a War Master or a Holy Knight. This build revolves around the Holy Knight because Ferdinand has access to too many abilities that work well with this class. With that being said, I made a really strong version of the War Master in Ferdinand as well, so if this video gets to 400 likes, I'll release it as a bonus video. As for our weapons, we have 3 weapons of choice. The one I recommend the most is the Spear of Assault. This spear might look a little plain, but since Ferdinand has the crest of this weapon, we get the added bonus of our boost to our healing effects. More on that later. Divine Glow is also a pretty awesome regen. Watch the build to the end before deciding which spear you want to use, but the alternatives are Lance of Ruin, which will boost your crit on your combat arts. But if you don't want a unique spear, you're looking for a weapon with chain level 3 and boosted mount damage level 3. Healing is very important for this build. You've been warned. Arcane Shield is our accessory of choice for a lot of reasons. We have Divine Glow again, effectively doubling our regen, plus immune status, making it so we're immune to all effects. We get 12 defense, which is one of our main stats for the build, and since we're running the crest, we also get the additional boost to our recovery effects. This means we now have 2 boosts for our recovery effects. This combo between the weapon and accessory boosts our regen to extreme heights. It also allows our natural recovery to come through from Holy Knight's combos. These combos actually heal as much as a spell would. Our battalion is going to be against gauntlets. Ultimately, it's a tough call because we have decent defense and resistance. We're immune from statuses. The only other thing that you might want to run is Armored Unit. We have 2 combat arts this time. Starting with Glowing Ember, this ability's damage is based on our defense. Since our defense stat is naturally high and we gain 12 more from Arcane Shield, this makes Glowing Ember a seriously powerful ability. Vengeance, however, is a double-edged ability in the sense that your highest damage comes from you being at the lowest health. I find that this ability hits really hard no matter how much health you're missing, but in the moments you're taking a lot of damage, this ability will give you an insane surge of power. To make things even better, Ferdinand's crest has the effect to increase our combat arts crit by 20%. Ferdinand has a unique ability similar to Sylvain. It's what makes Ferdinand so powerful. Maximum Ambulation boosts our speed based on our hit counter after a combo of 150 or more. This boosts your attack speed and your movement speed. From what I've learned, when they use the word speed all written out, it means attack speed and movement speed, but when they use SPD, they are referring to the speed stat. These are 2 separate speeds. This one ability is the cause of almost creating Ferdinand as a War Master. Name Drop is another super strong ability that greatly restores your awakening gauge with each commander defeated. This ability is so strong that we don't even need any more awakening boost abilities in this build. Also, Noble Pride gives us a 50% reduced damage when ordered to seize. The class abilities are alright. We have White Magic, which boosts our healing spells, which is really too bad, since if this boosted our healing effects, this build would be even stronger. Terrain Resistance prevents damage from all terrain, while Sword Buster gives us a 95% boost against swords. The biggest reason for using Holy Knight is its capability to heal during our combos. Now abilities. At the end of the video, I'll show you where I got them all. Starting with Lance Prowess, we get an increase in damage while wielding a lance by 30%. Wild Abandon greatly increases damage dealt to enemies, but also greatly increases the damage received from them. Life Force greatly increases damage by combat arts and magic at the cost of sustaining some damage when using them based on might. Impossible Feat greatly increases damage yet again if our health is above 25%, but attacking enemies will also cause us to sustain damage for a period of time. Those 3 last abilities are our triple triad of power. It's where most of our damage comes from, but also makes it so we require some sort of healing in order to combat it. The Holy Knight, stacked with all of our healing boosts, will allow us to heal all of that damage back by just using a combo that ends in a strong attack. Absorb Speed is another powerful ability that boosts our speed stat for each commander defeated. This lasts for the entire battle. Luna, another OP ability, reduces defense on enemies we attack based on our luck stat. By now, you're probably realizing that Ferdinand has some of the strongest abilities in the game, just all in one kit. It's crazy. Concentration moderately extends the time of hit counters, which isn't as important if you're running a chain on your weapon already, so if you are, swap this out with Essence of Fire to boost your Glowing Ember combat skill. Offensive Tactics boost your damage by 20% as long as battalions are still active. Backbone reduces the unit's chance of being knocked back, which is also pretty important because we are heavily relying on our combos to heal us. If we continue to be knocked back, we will have no choice but to use a healing potion or find an item on the ground. And finally, we have Nullify Cavalry effect, which gets rid of our disadvantage against weapons as a cavalry unit. Ferdinand's stats are pretty good. The main stats that are important for the build is strength and defense. Some secondary stats are luck, HP, and resistance, but prioritize the other two first. My leveling recommendation is to put all of your levels into Holy Knight. Doing so gives you an enhanced growth rate in HP, strength, magic, luck, defense, and resistance. The strength is what gives us all of our damage, while defense makes us tankier while also boosting Glowing Amber. Luck is mainly there for Luna, and HP plus resistance is there to make us a tanky boy, which is important for this build. The main idea of the build is to use Glowing Amber on top of your basic combo to do a ton of damage. Throw in Vengeance whenever your HP starts to reduce to boost that damage even further. If your health gets too low, start attacking with combos that end in a strong attack to heal back your health. You have to decide how far you're willing to drop before you need to start healing. The lower your HP, the stronger Vengeance becomes, but the more risk of accidentally losing the unit in battle. All the while your Awakening Gauge will charge really fast, allowing you to use it in battle to increase your combat capabilities even further. You will be able to shatter stun gauge after stun gauge, decimating everything in your path, and due to our Absorb speed ability, the longer this battle continues, the longer your Awakening Gauge becomes. Now, as far as where I got each ability, we have Lance Prowess, which is gained through Soldier, Cavalier, and Paladin. Wild Abandon is from Brigand, Life Force from Mage, Impossible Feat and Absorb Speed is gained through Dark Bishop, Luna from Great Knight, Concentration from Brawler, Offensive Tactics from Wyvern Rider, Backbone from Soldier, and Nullify Cavalry effect from Holy Knight. Our combat ability Vengeance is also gained from Dark Knight, while Glowing Amber comes from Cavalier. Let me know in the comments which character you want to see next. The most liked comments character will be propelled to the top of the list. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more.